Hello everyone, you are all welcome. Today we are in the garden of our own house. We have a small garden in front of our own house, and we grow seeds in that garden. We will tell you 7 very important tips for growing seeds. We have been growing seeds this way for years. If we have any mistakes, please tell us in the comments. Let's start. First of all, our seeds must be of very high quality. If we choose quality seeds, we will not be left behind. If our seeds are not of good quality, we will suffer a huge loss from the seeds we plant. When we plant our seeds, we grow our seeds with a yield of over 90%. If you do not use quality seeds, most of these seeds will not grow. And this can cause you great harm. It can be a waste of time. You may have missed the tomato or pepper planting that year, or you may have to purchase seedlings and plant them. That's why we need to choose a quality seed. After choosing the seeds, we go to our garden where we will plant the seeds. First of all, we need to prepare our garden. First, we plow the field. Of course, if we do not have a garden large enough to plow the field, we are mixing the soil by plowing the garden. Afterwards, we fix our garden thoroughly with a rake. In order not to mix the seeds in the garden, we divide them. We separate them into tomatoes and peppers. Of course, seeds are also separated according to their types. We plan accordingly. We scatter the seeds over the entire area where we will plant. Then we mix it lightly with a grass rake. We sprinkle burnt cattle manure on the soil so that the seeds are not visible. This fertilizer ensures that the soil is fertile. It prevents the soil from cracking, because if the soil cracks, the seeds will not grow and require a lot of water. It ensures that the sherbet and vitamins of the fertilizer reach the roots of the seeds when we water them. If there is no cattle manure, we can throw fine soil, which we call pine soil, into our garden. Afterwards, we process it again with the garden rake. We are mixing soil and fertilizer. We crush it with our feet. It needs to be hard and tight. After these procedures, we water it well. Of course, this does not happen with random watering. When we hold the irrigation hose directly and water the garden, we damage the soil. Holes are opened in the soil. We will crack the soil. There is no need for this. By installing a strainer in front of it, we can easily irrigate in a softer way so that the grass does not get hit in any way. We will not crack the soil. After that, we complete our entire process. If we cover it as a greenhouse, the seeds will be warm and grow faster and will be protected from the cold. The temperature being around 15-20 degrees is very efficient for the seeds to germinate. We use Sera nylon, and we have irons that we have been using for years. When we grow seeds, we bend the area where we plant with irons. After bending the irons, we cover them with nylon. If you don't have an iron, you can do it with a stick or other methods you know. Since we do it in a small area, we have been using these irons for years, and these irons are very useful for us. You can do it in a similar way. Of course, we make it like a greenhouse by covering it with nylon, but this way it does not remain closed and airless for 24 hours. We open it from both sides to allow it to breathe. If greenhouses remain closed all the time, plants are subject to collapse disease. Due to lack of air, the stems of the plants rot. In the early days, until the seed germinates, we open the nylon in the morning and close it in the evening so that it is not affected by the night cold, so that the seeds can breathe in the morning and grow faster. It is very important for the seeds grown in this way to be around 15-20 degrees. We plant seeds early. The weather is not getting warmer yet. It stays warmer in greenhouses. And this works for us. You can do it this way too. After the seeds germinate, we continue this process until the seedlings grow 5 to 6 leaves, that is, until the seedlings are approximately 10 centimeters tall. After this process, we completely remove the nylon on the seeds. The weather is already getting warmer. If the air temperature is increasing and our seedlings have grown a little, we open them and never cover them again. While we do the irrigation 3 to 4 times a week until the seeds germinate, we do the irrigation once a week after the seeds germinate and appear on the soil surface. These figures may vary, but we say this by looking at both the weather conditions and the condition of the seeds. We may recommend that you do the watering process generally in the morning. It is important that you do not water in the evening hours, because in the evening hours, the leaves below remain moist, and this causes disease. Even if the temperature is below 15 degrees, it remains humid, and disease may still occur. It's better not to do it this way. Do not water during noon hours, because the sun sees the lens effect at noon. The sun's rays come vertically, and at noon, during the hottest time of the day, we can burn the plants. That's why watering in the morning is ideal. In fact, it would be much better if we completed all our irrigation processes around 8 or 9 o'clock. After the seeds germinate and come to the surface, we check the seedlings, and if they are unproductive, we can fertilize them. It is very important to water after fertilizing, and we shouldn't cover it up. If we do not fertilize and water, and if we cover it, we can burn the seedlings. That's why it's so dangerous. When we fertilize, we leave the cover of the greenhouse open all day long so that it does not burn because it is closed. If it is not uncovered, it will scorch the seedlings, and if it is uncovered, it will take the heat off the seedlings. If we talk about spraying, if there is any problem in the seedlings, if the leaves turn yellow, or if a different disease occurs, we can apply pesticides. We can do this pesticide using natural methods or chemical methods if we want. Since we do not have detailed information about these pesticides, we are wondering which chemical pesticide or which mixture solves which disease. We cannot provide information. You can contact agricultural engineers who know how to grow seeds well, the air temperatures of your region, and the soil structure of your region. During the growth process, we often carry out weeding of the seedlings. We pull out weeds about 3 times in total. Since the seedlings are very dense, we do this manually. You can also dig the areas around the edges of the greenhouse. We do it that way. No matter when you plant the seeds, it may vary depending on which seed you plant. In fact, we generally grow tomato and pepper varieties. There is also watermelon, but we generally grow tomatoes and pepper varieties. Since we plant tomatoes in the field around mid-May, we plant our seeds in our greenhouse around March 15th. We sow the seeds in the greenhouse earlier, so that they should have grown within 2 months. After the seedlings grow, take the seedlings to our fields and plant them. As a bonus, I would like to mention 2 more tips about cultivation. First, after planting the seeds and completing all the planting procedures, if we cover them with newspaper or something like a sack or fabric, our seeds will remain in the dark. Seeds grow faster in the dark. After the seeds germinate, we remove the newspapers. Our second tip is, if we crack the seeds and plant them while planting them, we will make them grow earlier. While the seeds normally germinate around 2 weeks or 15 days, they can germinate earlier this way. Seeds can germinate in this way for around 8 to 10 days. For example, if we had an urgent job, we missed the time to plant seeds, or the weather conditions were bad, something went wrong, you can grow your seeds faster by doing this immediately. However, if these processes take longer while cracking the seeds, this is not a good thing. Seeds can break when sowing in the ground, which reduces the yield. So when you say, let's hurry, you may be rushing the devil. Don't do it in a hurry. But we think it will be beneficial for you to know this method. Today we gave you information about growing seeds. We shared our experiences. We have tried to tell you the methods we have been using for all these years. If there are any parts you see that are missing or incorrect, please write to us in the comments. We say we have learned a lot so far, but we know we still have a long way to learn, so don't forget to subscribe to us. Keep farming!